Hello everyone and welcome back to another Formable Nations video. Today we're going to be tackling one of the final two formable nations we have to cover from No Step Back, and that's going to be Turkestan. So thankfully, unlike previous versions of the No Step Back formable nations, you don't actually have to start as the Soviet Union to do it. This is one of the rare examples where you can form it as either Tanatuva or, as we're going to do, Sinkiang. I'm going Iron Man and ahistorical because I'm trying to bait out a Soviet civil war to help us with our goal. So here we begin as Sinkiang, and in a unique change of pace, we can actually see the nation we have to form. Unite the Turks, which involves getting the Kazakh and Uzbek states, as well as the other states to the south. We've got Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, and collectively that should be all we need. You may notice, however, the first thing I did was I joined the Comintern. This is because they're going to be a pretty helpful ally in what we have to do going forward. So starting as Sinkiang, we've got some pretty nasty buffs going on, which means we're probably going to have to head down cooperation with the communists so we can get rid of the communist administration with the ineffective bureaucracy and the government corruption, which is just both completely killing us. Also, with our first focus done, we now have the political power for me to justify a war goal against Sanma. Because we've joined the Soviets faction, we can actually see that they've gone down the right opposition. It seems that they're going with Bukharin and trying to overthrow in a little civil war, which is going to work to our advantage. In addition, because we're playing ahistorical, the Japanese, I'm pretty sure, are going democratic, which effectively means they're going to be AFK. So we don't have to worry about a war in Asia. We can focus entirely all our efforts on the Soviet Union. Once we've, beefed up a bit in China. 23 manpower in active reserve. I wonder what these 23 active people are doing. Well, that is an extremely early Soviet Civil War. 1936. Are they really going to be able to deal with such an early war? And of course the borders are wonderfully janky. That is unfortunate for our war against Sanma. I was really hoping they'd delay the war long enough to come help me. I guess not. Well, since we've got nothing else going on, I suppose we can work down our focus tree towards join the Chinese Soviet. Here goes nothing. Well, luckily for us, we do seem to have a back door going on here. If we can push through this back door, specifically pinning people down, we might be in for a much better experience. Okay, it's a border gore mess, but it's working out, I think. I do not recommend this as a tangible strategy. Do not follow in my footsteps. This is pure chaos right now. You probably should have a little bit more preparation. Although, to be fair, the Russians I did not expect to be in a civil war this early. Okay, I'm hoping if we join the Chinese Soviets, we should be able to call them into the war, he says, and that should clinch it for us. We might have lost the Soviets, who unfortunately won their civil war, but it doesn't mean it's lost just yet. Jesus, what a swamp Sanma has become. Just a swamp. If there's any consolation though, we do now have the Communist Chinese with Mao Zedong at our disposal, should we want to call them in for help. And we got it, thankfully, without having to call our friends in. We're probably going to be annexing them anyway, but I didn't need their help. The Soviet Union... Oh, whoa. What has happened here? The Soviet Union has declared war on Puyi, and now Puyi has joined the Axis. So, what is happening? And now they've joined my faction, and Mao Zedong has agreed to help the Russians in their invasion of Axis land. Wow. We've gone from going slightly ahistorical to going completely off the rails of ridiculousness. I'm hoping that when I annex Communist China, I don't join their war. If I do, I think I'm stun-locked into a war with the Axis. Because I'm planning to core Sanma, I've actually set it to have 0 garrison. It's going to suck that they're destroying all of the factories, but they are going to be cored, and then I'll just fix this all up in the background. Goodness, Russia is annexing Manchukuo like there's no tomorrow. I'm getting a strange sense of deja vu. And now they're going to war with Finland? I think these people have gone completely mad. They just had a civil war and now they're going down the crazy path. Goodness me. And now Yugoslavia's joined the front. This truly is turning into a world war in 1938. Oh my goodness. I truly think this chaos is not going to end now. Endless, endless chaos. Communist China has submitted, which is 100% a good thing because that means we are now Communist China. And I'm hoping, yes, we are in fact the leader of this very peculiar faction. What a weird thing that has happened. Right then, I don't see too much luck for us moving forward. Enemies on every single front. What I can do, however, is prepare to invade Russia and stab them in the back. It's not going to be easy, but it's not going to be impossible either. Unfortunately, India is pushing into my territory in the south. I kind of saw this coming, but damn, it's annoying all the same. So my current thought process is if we can push the Indians just far enough back that they're going to leave us alone, we can use the rest of our time to prepare a Soviet occupation. This is Sinkiang versus the world. Thank goodness we've got Tibet and China guarding our southern border. I don't know what I'd do without them. Well, we're making some headway into India. I don't think it's going to be an Indian occupation, but hey, headway is good. I can take headway. Oh goodness me, things are not going well for the Axis. They're not going well at all. The Soviet Union proposes a mutual assistance pact. In doing so, I won't be able to go to war with them to form Turkestan. So, as useful as this agreement sounds, no, I don't think so. As there's a huge part of me that wants to proclaim the People's Republic of China, yet our goal is Turkestan and I'm going to stay on path. We're going with social democracy. Jesus, who isn't joining this war against us? I never asked for this war. I've just been pulled into it against my will. It seems Italy's gone the way of democracy as well, so... It seems Italy has already gone the way of democracy. That's a very quick end for them. And a very weird looking Austria too. With a coalition government talks now in the works, maybe we can get China on our side. It's not impossible. Now that we've got our supply system set up, we can get the trains running, and all of our units on the west are actually supplied. The same cannot be said for the Allies. Not perfect yet, but I just feel like we have so much better supply than the Indian allied troops that they're going to struggle. Okay, I've added another army to the line, and I'm pretty confident to say that because I can see there's no troops here, it's going to be easier to take it than it might otherwise seem. I'm just hoping when I kick them from the faction, this is all going to go down as we want it to. Kick from faction, justify war goal, 35 days. Let's see how we do. Okay, the justification is complete and the Soviets have begun reinforcing the border. Hopefully by the time we go in, we should be able to push on all the fronts that matter. If we don't, I'm okay with that too. Well, we are getting some low-key encirclements along the way. Not my intention, I just need to push all the way in so we have the region of Turkestan under our control. Well, we control Pamir, which is I suppose a start forming the Unite the Turks. I think Kazakhstan's going to be the hardest one to get. It's just such a distance, but I've sent one cavalry unit out to try and divide their army. If I can take this, I can get the railroad. Believe it or not, I don't think this war is lost, despite the Japanese being here. I think it's losing, which is a very different concept indeed. But as is with all things, it's possible to bring it back from disaster. Unlikely, but possible. So our cavalry continues to swarm in. Let's have another update. Still don't control any new states. That is a shame, but we'll keep trying. Where there's a will, there's a way. Try and clean up these borders a little bit. Stop redeploying. Clean up these borders. Horses just don't like to do as they're told. Oh! After a sudden change of pace, I believe that me not taking a national focus has allowed me to now take national leadership of China. I need to be very careful about this because it is going to open me up to another border with Russia. But other than that, I think I see no reason not to do it. And Chiang Kai-shek says yes. That is a significantly bigger army than the one I just had. Okay, we're making good progress. Socialist market economy going online. Communist China is looking good, but we're going to need to defend those ports and defend the north. They're also getting pushed on the other side by the Allies. Unfortunately, a Russian capitulation will not work in our favour. We need to form our nation prior to the Allies taking them over. Okay, we've got a lot more states than we previously have. We have Uzbekistan, Stalinabad, we need Tashus and the rest of the Kazakh states. One of which is right here. When it says I have to take all states, does it just mean state ownership? Or do I have to, like, literally control the entire state? The state of Japan offers peace. Now that is an unfortunate situation. The concern is, if I accept this peace, will I be able to form my formable nation? Oh. I can form it already. The Republic of Turkic Peoples. Well, there you go. Not quite how I thought things were going to go down. Turkestan has been reunited with the entire Central Asian region firmly under Chinese control. The Turkic peoples have been united under Chiang Kai-shek's leadership. We are divided no more. Well, I'm happy to say that this formable nation is kind of done. This is definitely not how I thought this was going to go down, but hey, a win is a win in Iron Man in my book, so I'm happy. Let's just find out though, what happens if I do say the war has been won? We sign a white peace, and I just get to keep the territory even though I'm not at war with Russia. I even get to keep territory that I didn't even own prior. That is such an exploit. Look at this, you could literally have gone all the way to Moscow, got the white peace, and then just kept it without any issues or concerns. Wow, now that is pretty broken. But hey, with 12.28 million manpower in the bag, I'll say thank you very much for watching. What a strange video. I do not think this is repeatable, but it was pretty fun to try and figure it out. Tell me how you did. Alright, so if you liked, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe, and we've got one more region to go, and that is the Caucasus. Transcaucasia, here we come. Bye.